Good afternoon. In this video, we are going to see the problems on projectile motion. So, the questions solved in 2023 will be discussed in the same. So now you can go to Civil Engineers Technical Hub, and in this, you have to go to playlist to see more videos. So you can see around 22 videos are already there. Now we are with video number 23 and related with mechanics, and some of these are shown over here. So now we are going to be with, in last video, curvilinear motion. Now in this video, we are with motion of projectile. Now, what is motion of projectile means? If we are going to throw a ball, and if that ball will go up and that will come down. So it may be here. So we have seen we have three cases at this point, or it may be above this. So y positive, along this y zero, and below this we have y negative. Now if you study this carefully, then you have, this is horizontal motion, with ax equal to 0. Motion with ax equal to 0. And we have vertical motion. And this vertical motion is motion under gravity. So we have to divide this study into two parts. In one, we have ax equal to 0, and in another direction, we have ay, ax 0, and ay we have g, acceleration due to gravity, in downward. And therefore, in projectile motion, we have a equal to ay, and that is always in downward direction. As in tangential and normal, we have a equal to root at square plus an square. This is in tangential normal, which is equal to ay. This is in projectile motion. So we have to solve the problems, and then we have to divide this problem very clearly into these two. So if I will divide it into two, then what are equation? So if I will divide it into two parts. We have one x, we have another y. Then ax we have 0. So we have only one equation, that is ux equal to, x equal to ux into t. We have only one equation along x direction, as ax equal to 0. So this equation becomes 0 to ax, as this is 0. So we have v is equal to u, and second we have v is equal to u plus at. So this is 0. So my velocity in x direction, so I can write velocity in x direction is constant. In x direction is constant. Try to understand the concept, and then problems can be solved easily. What will be happen? Now what is ux? Then if we have velocity at an angle theta, then we can have ux equal to v cos theta. Now in y, we have vuy is equal to, here we are considering v, initial velocity, so v sine theta. And equation same we have to use, vy is equal to uy minus gt, vy square equal to uy square minus 2gy, and y is equal to uyt minus half gt square. So these equations we have motion under gravity. So we have to use the same concept which are related with your motion under gravity for y direction, for x direction, ax0. So you make the data given in two parts clearly, one that is for x, another you have to go that is for y, and then you can solve the problem very easily. Now concept we have saved. Now let us consider we have this and our ball is final position this. Now we know we have ax equal to 0. So we have ax equal to 0. And then if I will consider velocity at this, initially if I will say u, angle is theta, then how we will get x direction displacement? U x equal to u into cos theta into t. No a. Now in y direction, we have this as initial, this as final position. So we have value of displacement y is positive. And then we have to accordingly solve the problems using three equations which we have seen just now: vy uy minus gt, and then y uyt minus half gt square. Same equations for all three. Here vy square equal to uy square minus 2gy, and uy we have, uy value we have u sine theta. And why we have positive? Because final position is above initial position. That is concept of motion under gravity. Then we have another. So we have in this fashion. My final position is below. So x mark, here you can see mark vertical line from initial, mark vertical line from final, and distance between these two lines is distance in x direction. Mark horizontal line from initial, mark horizontal line from final, distance between the two is y. In the same way here, so we have x distance you can see between initial and final position, y distance is negative, which is between initial and final. So for horizontal, we have to mark vertical lines. For vertical distance, we have to mark lines, horizontal lines, and this is y, this is initial, this is final position, below it, so value is negative. And then same equations we have to go. And third, we can have displacement in y direction is 0. Both are along the same line, same horizontal line. So if I will mark horizontal line from initial, horizontal from final, distance between the two 0. So very careful, mark vertical line from initial, mark vertical line from final, distance between the two is x. Mark vertical line from initial, mark vertical line from final, distance between two is x. Mark horizontal from initial, mark horizontal from final, distance between the two is y. So likewise, we have to consider and solve the problem. Now I will take this problem. Now you can see a golfer hits the ball from point A with a velocity 45 meters per second as shown at an angle 20 degree with horizontal. Determine whether the ball will pass over the 20-meter high tree placed at 80 meter from A. So we have to find value of y. So I will mark data in two directions. So first x direction. What is given? X is given. Now I have this as initial position. I have this as final position. So it is not final position. Actually, we do not know final position. So let us, we will consider somewhere here, we have final position. And we have let this distance, so horizontal distance. So we have to mark horizontal line. Sorry, vertical line from initial and from final. And distance between the two is 80 meters. So I have x equal to 80 meter. What is initial velocity in x direction? 20 degree, 45. So we have u x 45 cos 20. Then in y direction, we do not know the distance. When we have x equal to 80 meter, we know value of y, 45 sine 20. We have to find out value of y when it is at x equal to 80 meters. So now we know we have ax0 because we have projectile motion. So it is motion under gravity. And then we have x equal to ux into t. Now x is 80, ux is 45 cos 20 into t. And from this we will get, and therefore value of t we have equal to, I have calculated 1.89 seconds. Now we have to see what will be value of y at t is equal to 1.89 second. So now we have, this will be horizontal line from initial position. This is horizontal line from final position. So we have, this will be y. And then we will use y is equal to uyt minus half gt square. Now we know value of uy is 45 sine 20 into t is 1.89 minus half, g is 9.81 and t is 1.89 square. And from this we will get value of y, and that is equal to 45 sine 20 into 1.89 minus 9.81 into 0.5 into 1.89 square. And I got this value. Check values actually 11.57 meter. And this value is less than 12 meter. And therefore, ball will not pass. Therefore, ball will not pass top of the tree. Will not pass top of the tree. So it is at this distance y equal to 11.57 meters. So it will strike. So this ball will strike likewise, and distance we have 11.57 meters. So likewise, we have to solve the problems. Divide the data in directly two axes. Along x, we have ax0, and along y, we have motion under gravity. Now we will go to the second problem. These problems are from 2023. Now it is observed that the time for the ball to strike the ground B is 2.5 seconds. So we have value of t, that is always same for both, because when we will throw a ball, it covers both distances, horizontal and vertical. It will not say, now I will move in only vertical direction for some time and I will rest in x direction. No. Motion is simultaneous along x and y direction, and therefore t should be same always. Now we have to find VA and theta. So we have given this data. Now this is my initial position. So this is initial position. Then I have this B as final position. This is most important. Mark horizontal line, sorry, vertical line from initial. Mark vertical line from final. So whatever distance I have that distance as x. So I have x equal to 50 meters. Now VA and theta is given. So we have ux equal to VA cos theta. A you can write, that is given. Now what is data in y direction? So we have uy is equal to VA sine theta because vertical. Now mark horizontal line between initial and mark horizontal line from final. So this is final. So we have this value that is given 1.2 meter. Now positive or negative, initial position we have above, final position we have below, and therefore we have y is equal to minus 1.2 meters. And then write equation. So we have first x equal to ux into t. Ux we have VA cos theta A into t. T is 2.5. Now x we have 50. So we have 50 is equal to 2.5 VA cos theta A. And from this we will get first equation. Therefore, VA cos theta A equal to 20. This is my equation 1. Now we will go another equation. Y is equal to UIT minus half GT square. Because we have motion under gravity. Y is given minus 1.2. Uy is given VA sin theta A. T is given 2.5 minus half into 9.81 into 2.5 square. And from this we will get, therefore, VA sin theta A we have equal to. So we have 0.5 into 9.81 into 2.5 square minus 1.2 divided by 2.5. So I have this value as 11.78 meters. 11.78. So we have 9.81 divided by 2 into 2.5 square. So we'll go on this side, becomes plus. So minus 1.2 divided by, we have this as 2.5. So it comes 11.78. Now this is equation 2. So now we will divide equation 1 by equation 2. So divide 2 by 1. Divide 2 by 1. And now we have 2 is VA sin theta A upon VA cos theta A. And that is equal to 11.78 upon 20. This VA gets cancelled. And therefore we have equal to tan theta A. And from this find value of tan theta A, 30.5 degrees. So theta A we have 30.5 degrees. Now we can use VA sin theta A equal to 11.78, and from this we will get VA equal to 11.78 divided by sin 30.5, and this comes 23.21 meter per second. If you will consider cos theta, then maybe value little bit change. You can say if you will have 20 divided by cos 30.5, and it comes same. So we have same value from both, and therefore we have VA 23.21 meter per second and theta A we have 30.5 degrees. And likewise we have to solve the problems which are related with your projectile motion. So these questions we have solved, that is from 2023. Now we will stop here only. Thank you.